Hello and welcome to Off the Shelf Reviews. It's Gaming Friday. I'm Gary.
And I'm Ian.
And today we are going to take a look at some of my absolute favourite and most treasured games from the Sega Genesis era. I've said it in many Gaming Fridays.
Yeah.
I am, I was born and raised on Sega Genesis games. I had the Nintendo, I had the Game Boy, I had a Commodore 64, but my God, did the Sega Genesis offer up just so many amazing games. And so, first one on the list we're going to have a look at is the Revenge of Shinobi, which came out in 1989. And this is the first in a whole series of Shinobi games. And for me, the Tenchu games, which came out on the PlayStation era, were kind of the spiritual successor to this, even though that was more stealth. Had lots more stealth mechanics, whereas this is, your traditional side-scrolling sort of shooter.
Yeah,
but with ninjas.
This ninja would try and take on, I think it's Ryo Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden series.
Yeah.
And, Ninja Gaiden being released on Nintendo and was going down quite well as this really, really hard game for people to test their skills against.
Yeah.
I remember Shinobi 1 being on the Master System, and that was a lot like the Ninja Gaiden on the Nintendo, where a lot of stuff on the screen. But when this came out on those triple box sets...
Yes, that's how I first discovered this game, was on a cartridge which had, I think, Streets of Rage, Shinobi, and I'm trying to remember what the third game was.
I think the third one was Super Hang-On.
Okay, I think it might have been different. I don't even remember that title. Whatever title was that was on that cartridge, it was always overlooked when you had Streets of Rage and Shinobi. That was it. So, this game I always remember being very difficult. This is a game I never got to finish.
Yeah, I never finished
I loved the challenge because of the fluid gameplay, the power-ups, and if I remember rightly, there was an option at the very beginning in the options menu to give yourself a lot of lives. I think you can also give yourself infinite ammo.
A lot of lives
by setting it to...
and lots of shurikens, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Which definitely helped me in playing the game. This was, of course, before I even owned a Game Genie. This was, this game was fairly sort of early in the Genesis sort of life cycle. I mean, the Genesis went on for several years, but for me, a lot of the games between sort of 89, maybe 1990 through to 1994 were where the best games for me were in that time area.
Yeah, they were starting new characters. I mean, you had Sonic and Mario going at it, and it was who behind them could carry the torch, and keep the console alive. And for a while, Shinobi was that. It was just like, oh, have you played Shinobi? But then Shinobi was kind of overlooked as well when you just started playing Streets of Rage, and you could get like 2-player on the go.
Definitely,
and everybody was wanting to play against each other.
Okay, and I can see you're already getting lost, so next game.
What are we playing now, Gary?
Now, Ian, you're in for a treat. You're playing Road Rash 2.
Oh, Road Rash.
I chose Road Rash 2 because of all the Road Rash games I've played, this is the one I played the most.
Yeah.
This was... It wasn't... I don't know whether it's necessarily my favourite because I played them all quite a lot. But I like the fact that there was a sense of progression throughout the races. If you finish first, you got a big payday, and then you could start buying upgrades and get better bikes, and then you'd be faster. And there was a lot of different bikes to choose from, whether you wanted stability or speed, essentially. And it was also the later games where there was more weapons involved. The graphics started to look better, and you didn't feel sick while playing it. However, this was also the time when I realized how angry video games would make me, because you would be in first place for ages and you would crash and you would go flying off your bike, and the first time you watch it you'd be like, ha ha ha, that's funny, I've just hit that car and my character's gone flying for miles. And then you got to walk all the fucking way back to your bike, and by then you're in last place, and you've got to fight your way back to the front again, which means crashing, you'd expect it to be part of the game. But this was before the day where they would, put you back on your bike and put you on the track with a small time delay.
Yeah. This is
not
watching
happening.
Your character go back.
I would also end up with vendettas against certain players, because you see their names of all the other racers that you're fighting against in the right hand side, sort of just above the mirror.
Yeah.
And with some of the races, you're like, right, you don't hit me, I won't hit you. You know, and then they'll pull out a ball and chain and smack you with it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you had to try and time your punches just right to take the weapon from their hands so that you could go and then beat other players. I think this game, or maybe it was Road Rash 3, actually added the police that would also chase you if you were speeding. My God, this game was so addictive.
Oh, that guy got nailed.
Yes.
What place? I'm in first place.
You're in first place, so don't ruin it.
I'm trying not to. There's a car up ahead. I'm looking ahead. I'm glad I learned to drive now. Oh, check your blind spots. Oh,
of course, there's so many things off the road and on the road that can instantly end the race for you.
I love Road Rash. When it got into the 3D development on the PlayStation,
it lost it.
It wasn't fun.
Absolutely. The police, yeah.
Bike. Oh.
You can also knock the officers off their bikes as well.
Yeah, I'm not going to anger him.
Oh, the crossroads. Oh my God, the crossroads when there's ongoing traffic.
There. Oh,
yeah, getting super speed and jumps. Amazing.
Oh, that copper is right on my tail.
Now, I used to always like racing games. I used to even play the Formula 1 racing games on the Mega Drive because I liked the sort of career progressions that they had in those racing games. Now, I might have said it before, but the very first video game I ever played was on the Commodore 64, the very first console or PC I ever had. Yeah. And the very first game, I remember it was Speed Kings. And I remember it as this black and white, you know, motorbike racer. And so for me, when I got to Road Rage, it was just yes! Nicely done. Next game.
I want to see myself.
Okay, yeah.
I get the girl. Hey, everybody. I won. Yeah. He crashed.
And that's what happens to you if you're on the losing end. Instead, it's just reversed. But yeah. Next game. I can just... the music. The nostalgia.
No,
oh my God.
This game
is quite possibly one of the finest games ever for the Sega Genesis.
This makes Call of Duty look fucking tame, Cannon.
Man, look, there's Jules and Stu. Yeah, these are the first characters that you'll send in the front line.
Yeah.
Man, even the box art for this game was amazing. This screen, here's all the new recruits all signing up. Jules, Jobs and Stu, the first up.
I can't remember the
and that hill, whenever anybody dies, you'll see the little crosses appear on that hill.
And you get them to a certain level.
You can level them up.
The more missions they do.
Powerful.
The 2 soldiers must kill all the enemies. Okay.
I think this is like mission 1 of like 53 missions.
It's cursor based, isn't it? I've got to...
It is. Now, this was actually built on the Sensible Soccer engine that was slightly modified for this game. Now, you have to be quick on the draw when you go around the corners.
I know. I play Cannon Fodder, motherfuckers.
Okay, now, oh my God, it's so amazing. This game was...
Keep them up in the air.
I remember I got this game on Christmas Day, and like I remember, you know, Christmas dinner was ready, and I'm just like, one more mission, one more go. Wow. Just even the hero music, the music that rolls when your characters die.
Yeah.
Here comes the new recruits, and now you do have a finite amount of recruits. I remember getting to the end of the game and I ran out of soldiers and had to go back to much earlier saves and try and do better on some of those other missions.
And you have to save certain ammo as well. You've got to use grenades on certain levels.
That's right, because you can screw yourself over. The game only gives you so many grenades or rockets, and if you use them all up, you will not complete the mission. You'll have to reload, and the game doesn't tell you that. You know, you just have to learn.
This is like being back in the NAM, man.
Well, that's exactly it. That's what this game is. And it's...
Look at these guys. Come on.
I remember all the sound effects. I remember the maps. I remember the weapons. I remember the loadouts, the layouts. I remember... It's quite frustrating. It took me a long time to learn how to split your team up.
Yes.
So that you would just go off with one man. It'd be like your commando. You'd send him in to scout out the area, lure out the enemies, because often or not, your trail of troops behind you would just get hit. Or if you got hit with a rocket, you watch your whole team just die in one blast. And so it's best to just go in with one soldier.
Shit,
right now you're surrounded. And you also then have to work out which soldiers you're going to give the grenades to and which one you're going to give the rockets to, because if that soldier dies, all of his ammo is also lost.
Yeah.
So, and you'll also find that enemies will sometimes hide in the trees, and they can be hard to spot.
Yeah, like
and annoyingly, some levels won't end until you kill every last enemy, so you end up running around the map again and again and again, just trying to find out where the last hidden character is.
And it's phases as well. You think, oh, I'll just do one more mission, and then it turns out to be
it's phase 1 of 3 of mission 28.
Yeah, and you're just like, shit, what did I get myself into? Okay, right, come on.
Oh, so yeah, this for me is, you ask me when you think of the Sega and which games, Cannon Fodder is always in my top 5, if not #1 game. And so if anybody's watching this and has never had the chance to play it, I highly recommend you get an emulator or something and give this game a go. It's so much fun. It's good strategy, good gameplay. You know, it's almost perfect.
I can't fire. Get out of the water, guys.
You can't shoot in the water.
Get out of the water.
You're going to be in shallow water.
Yep.
But they also can't shoot you in the water too.
I know, but it was risky. I didn't want to lose jobs.
All right, next game.
Now this is a game.
Oh, hell yes. I can't remember. What came first, the cartoon or the game? Did the cartoon be spawned from this game?
I think, well, for me, the game came out first, and then I managed to catch up with the cartoon series. Yeah.
Just such a great character, an awesome concept, you know? An earthworm.
In a super suit.
Called Jim.
Yeah.
And the super suit falls out of the sky, and this earthworm is then given sentience in a way.
Yeah. It makes him smarter from all the power DNA he's got. Fucking just a toxic dog.
And the fact that he starts off with that gun with 900 rounds in it.
Don't jump.
Yeah, don't.
No, right, B drops me. Okay.
Now, just look at the animation in the character. The way that he moves around the map, the way that the suit uses the worm as a grappling hook.
Yes.
Just how expressive the character is. One of my favourite moments in video game.
Oh,
Launch the cow.
Boom.
Yes, cow launched. Woohoo! And it wouldn't be until several levels later where you'll see the cow again. Just, amazing. So worth the... Just great setup, great payoff. There's so many memorable villains in the game. I remember the cat.
Yes, exactly.
With that music playing.
With the level of heck, that's the next level.
Yes, just amazing. So replayable. Now, I'll also say this game was really difficult.
Yes.
As a child learning to play video games, being educated in a way.
I always got to Hex level.
Yeah.
And then it was just hard as hell. I don't think I ever got past his boss.
I know where I died the most. And that was the underwater caverns, where you're in the bubble sphere, and you have to navigate using the thrusters and try not to bounce off all the walls. The more damage you took, you could watch the glass slowly shatter.
Yeah.
And after watching the abyss, you know that that's game over.
Yeah.
And that level was so difficult. It was so hard to navigate. We would die again and again and again. But this is one of the first games that I ever completed on the Sega Mega Drive.
Really?
Yes, and it was so rewarding to know that I'd overcome the game. But even after completing it, it was a joy just to go back and replay through the levels. Once you had mastered it, I still enjoyed the character, the animations, the music, the gameplay, the graphics. All of this game is just amazing and by far one of the best platforms on the console.
Yeah.
The sequel, I never did finish. Again, I got frustrated in the underwater levels, and I was just like, I did this once. I'm not doing this again. And
I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
I go over there. I remember this first boss was just.
Is it the
robot junk thing?
The junk guard dog?
Yeah, that's the guard dog, and then you got to fight the big fat guy with the fish.
Yeah.
And I'm like. Somebody thought that up, that he's just, every time I hit him,
it's so insane.
He's gonna belch fish. Bounce up, yeah.
I like the fact that later on you can use the gun just to propel yourself when you're hanging on as well.
Yeah.
The sound of the crows when they die, it's the sound of the gun, it's like it's got as much ammo as like a pulse rifle.
You had that little mini race in between levels.
Yes, where you're on the...
You had the race, the Psychro.
Yes,
to the next level and get all the turbo
so it was a
boost.
Cool little mini game as well. Another continue point back there.
Yeah.
The moose head. You got a hook on it.
Oh no, it's 8.
Oh.
Oh
yeah.
Boom. There we go. Yeah, once you know where all the secrets are.
Yeah, hook yourself and go. You're over. You're fine.
I know, but there could be a dog somewhere. Those dogs are there he goes.
And even the lighting when you're firing the gun, just
The look on his face as well. I love the way that if you could
if
just
you leave him, his pants will fall down.
He'll just start doing stuff like messing around with his gun. There we go, he's singing. That dog thing right there.
Hook.
Whee.
Sometimes you've got to make those blind jumps and you've just got to time the hook because otherwise you can just miss it by a little bit and
Well, this is for me as well. This is years of playing this first level.
Yes.
Playing
because you keep
level.
replaying it to get to the next level to try and get further.
And then when you die and you game over and you've just got to go through it all again, you're just like, really?
It's the practice.
Oh, here comes the robot boss. Where are you?
Good luck, Jim.
This way.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot this boss.
Nope.
Oh, yep, jump over the anvils.
Gotta wait for him to start driving as well.
Yeah.
No. 10%. Oh, here we go. Shoot it.
Nice.
Dodge his reflexes like a worm, like an earthworm.
And just keep shooting.
Boom.
Very good.
Yeah, very cool. I feel like I get to the boss.
Very cool.
Do you want me to get to the boss?
Yeah, I want you to keep going. Actually, I'm just enjoying the nostalgia of just seeing this game again. It's just
boss.
Again, to anyone who's never played Earthworm Jim, you must at least know the heritage. Again, if you can get an emulator, this game is so worth playing, at least until you get to the ice level.
Here we go. Oh yeah, right, gotta drop the box and then whip it.
And then,
hit
him into the trampoline.
Boom. Oh, watch out for fish.
And he belches up all of these undigested fish.
And he starts moving in a minute as well.
He does as well, and he starts dropping things everywhere.
No, get for fun, that's right. It's only doing a little bit of damage. Yeah, I'm gonna whip it.
Yeah.
Whip it good.
Nice. Now he's on the move.
Start moving. Fish. I keep shooting those little trombones.
I don't know if you can shoot the box down, but I don't think you can.
I'm just gonna. Oh, gotcha.
Nice.
Dodge that too. You're gonna explode, mate. You're gonna explode in a minute.
I don't know how many more fish he's got left.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even in the cartoon series, I don't think.
No.
Come on.
Nice.
Up your butt with a coconut. One more. I think this. Yeah. It's one more now because he's automatically just.
Yeah. He's not stopping now.
He's not stopping now.
Time it now. Too soon.
Oh. Okay. I need another box.
At least if you just stay underneath him, you're not going to take any damage.
No. Ready?
Wait for it. Go.
Boom. Yeah. Good. Oh yeah. Groovy.
Yeah.
Twirl my gun, blow my face off, grab my booster rocket and jump up.
I just want to have a quick look again at the
mini game.
in-between bit.
Yeah. It's so fun. Groovy. Such a cool character to get behind. I did love the cartoon series.
Yeah, me too. I don't remember very much of it, but
it was him and the little dog.
Yeah.
And the
music. There is a booster button, isn't there?
The little dog, they go on little missions and it would always end up with the joke being that...
Don't go for that one?
Yeah, it gives you shield. That gives you the boost. That was a rocket. There's the shield. There you go. Got the shield activated now. Get the booster. Oh, I missed it! I missed the booster. I think it was Andy. Yeah, Andy the dog.
I can't remember. It's been so long.
Don't know what the bubbles do. I think they give you extra life. Woo!
I think if you get enough of them, yeah.
Oh! I hit the rocket. The music.
Yeah, that's what I said. The music and the dog barking.
Come on, get the dodge the asteroid. Turbo boost.
Yeah.
Yes!
I'm flying now.
We're in the pipe 5x5. Dodge the asteroid. I think at the later levels, the asteroids get really, really hard.
Yes, it becomes a bit of a nightmare, and you have to do this as well you have to win the race.
I think it costs you life
if you fail. Yeah.
I'm getting hypnotized. Whoa!
Almost
yes.
There. Nice. And now you're onto the volcano level.
Yeah. The heck level. Hell.
Well, you would be, but it's next game.
Oh, whoopee!
Oh my gosh. I almost forgot this game existed. I completely forgot the name of this game.
What is this?
This is Super Hydlide, which came out in 1987.
Okay.
And this is my first Japanese RPG. This was actually Hydlide 3 in Japan.
Okay.
But the first and only Hydlide game that I can think of that was released
in Europe.
And this is a Japanese RPG on the Sega Genesis, which you had to use save codes in order to, you know, progress in this game. Because this game, I played it with my dad a lot, and we put in over 100 hours into this game. I had no idea that games could be this expansive. I had no idea that you would have classes to choose from.
What's the difference between a priest and a monk?
I think it depends on I think the monk might be a better fighter than the priest.
Yeah, I'll go with a monk.
Okay, so you have life, magic points, action points, strength, dexterity, intelligence, charm, luck, experience, and this is a game that introduced the day and night cycle to me. That at nighttime, monsters would be more difficult and more numerous.
Wow.
And you had to come back to this town and pay gold to be able to sleep at the inn to get your health back, to be able to go back outside and fight. You wouldn't just be able to go out on your first mission and go out there and complete it. You had to explore bit by bit.
Yeah.
We ended up having to draw our own maps as to how all of the tiles linked up. This is a game that does not hold your hand in any way. And it is immensely difficult.
Whoa, yeah.
If anyone ever played, say, the Ultima series of games, and you know how crazy some of those games got.
Ooh,
this game goes absolutely crazy at certain points, where you end up having to go into outer space and go on a space station and get a laser gun but you also then had to go and get an actual protective suit to wear in outer space as you did a spacewalk.
Wait, was this Ultima or
no,
this?
this game.
This
game.
You
go into outer space in this game and go on spaceships and fight aliens before you come back to the medieval times and carry on exploring dungeons.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like I said, this game does everything. It has so many environments, so many bosses. It is incredibly difficult because once you're dead, you're dead. You know, you have to manage everything, and there's you know, this was before I had the internet.
Yeah.
There was no walkthrough guide for this game, so you had to figure out everything as you went, and you also had to grind. And you know, I'd never played a game where you had to grind to level up, to boost your life or your attack points, or go and find hidden items that are hidden in these dungeons or hidden in bushes. Oh, wow. Just, me and my dad, we only ever got to the very final boss of the game. And we tried everything. We tried for hours in one life to try and kill the boss, and we just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And so we tried grinding for days, for hours, to try and get enough power to be able to come back and fight the boss. And each time would last just 5 minutes longer, 10 minutes longer, and we could never defeat it. Amazingly, now there are people that have completed this game. Their videos are on YouTube, and I just watch it and go, wow, I had no idea that you could do this or this.
Sure. Bless you.
Thank you. I'm so excited. I'm just.
That's it. I've had trouble coming out of the doors.
It's been so long since I've seen this game.
Am I heavy? Am I carrying way too much? Time is speeding up, but I'm moving really slow.
You speeded the game time up?
I made to speed the time up, so okay, want to change. Oh, you got to press B to go in, and then right. Okay, let's go to normal. Okay.
No self.
No self. That's me. That's what I've got. I've got my okay. I've got my knife and battle shield out.
Yeah.
But there's no weight. And I mean, this a minute ago I was walking all perfectly fine towards the market, and now
you're going really slow.
Does he go slow like this?
No.
I mean, he should move a bit faster.
He should be moving faster than
this.
Okay,
let's see what happens when I Throw away one. Okay.
No, you have no weapons at all.
Detach. Throw away. Yeah. So. Okay, so I just bought all that and it made me heavy.
Well, which character class are you?
I'm the monk.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so oh wow.
So you've brought the wrong weapons for your character. I brought the wrong weapon
for my character. Okay, he doesn't want to talk to me. Let's see if I can just go outside and start punching something in the face. Not a good idea.
Probably not. Oh wow. Yeah. Now you can also hide, I think, in the bushes or move through the bushes. Now, there was a certain you had to learn the timings and the way that the enemies move so that you could get in there and punch them or hit them enough times to kill them, because they can kill you very quickly.
Yeah.
And I remember grinding this area for hours and then going back into the town sleeping and then coming back and fighting a little bit more.
I'm fighting
a minor slime.
Okay, I'm going to sneak up on this getting used. He's
you got to be careful. Yeah, you see how much damage he did to you already. But you got some experience and you got a little bit of gold.
And that's the key, isn't it? It's always the key of getting more. I like it's in real time. I don't have to wait for him to attack. I can get in there.
Yeah, it's all real time.
Smacking him, just tap right.
But if you come across a certain enemy, you'll never know. You'll go into a new dungeon.
Yeah.
And the first enemy will just go one hit, you're dead. And you're like, okay, I'm not supposed to be in here.
He fires stuff. He fires stuff.
Yes, and you're
shit.
You're nearly dead.
Run, I'm almost dead. Okay, so how do I get health again? Do I head back to...
you have to go back to town and sleep unless you start accumulating items.
Oh, right, okay. But my character's fists are pretty strong.
You also need to remember which way it is to come back as well, because like I said, the game also goes from day to night.
Yeah.
And you never want to be out here at night time.
So, can I go inside my house?
Now, this is, like I said, this is the nostalgia for me. The very first Japanese RPG. To be fair, the very first RPG I ever played. And this is where I learned everything that I know about this game type.
Yeah.
Absolute classic. I know it didn't do very well, but still, I would... Now that I have this game again, I'm so tempted to remaster it and relearn it and go and explore all those dungeons. Yeah. But I just know that there's one hell of a grind to get through.
May I help you? Please bring
the bank book.
Where's the bank book?
I have no idea where it is anymore. I can't remember everything. You know, I had my dad to help me through this game.
We need to call him. We need to call him and ask him where the bank book is. Oh, what's that old man behind there?
I think you
died.
Yeah.
I walked into a fence.
Yeah.
It was a spiky fence.
Next game.
What's next?
And so the last game on the list for this episode is right there. It's Alien Storm.
Man, this game's
which came out in 1990 and 1991. And this game is again a game that I eventually completed.
Wow.
This using the... Actually, I would change character, but it was usually the female character and the robot character. When you die, you get to reselect which character you want to be. Yeah. And so I would use one character for one part and then the other later on, just because their weapons are just slightly different.
Yeah, yeah.
And I always found it easier. Yeah, wow. You know, it's not the best game. You know, it's no Golden Axe, it's no Streets of Rage.
It's a
sci-fi alien side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Yeah, I mean, if you've already done Streets of Rage,
you can shoot them to get health or energy back. You need to kill those for the energy bars.
Yeah. Get that.
There we go.
He's got a run. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the traps. Yeah.
Some of the barrels become aliens.
Now there is a sequel to this game as well. There's Alien Storm 2. I can't ever think there was a third one, but easily you can see the comparisons to the Xenomorph and some of the creatures with their inner mouths that would attack.
And the blob.
And the blobs, yeah.
At the same time, they look like what's his face from Basket Case.
Right, yeah, they've got all their heads on them. Mini Belials.
Oh shit, man, it just.
But there are other, you know, what like Streets of Rage and Golden Axe didn't have. This game has like two other sort of
modes.
Game modes.
Yeah, you have.
There's a first-person shooter mode where you have the reticle moving around on the screen, which I think you'll probably get to momentarily.
Yeah.
Where all of the environment is destructible and certain backgrounds will hide health or power-ups or energy.
That was my
I think you're going to enter one of these sequences now. Yeah, so you can go and blast everything.
Blast everything and get
And
the aliens.
there's also sequences in the game where you have to, where you're running really fast.
Yes.
And you have to jump over gaps in the road and you have to keep shooting things that are coming towards you. So it kind of kept it fresh each stage. Now, this game you could actually play from start to finish in about 25 minutes to 30 minutes in a single sitting.
Yeah.
But the last level I always found really difficult because there were so many enemies and it was a little bit cheap. So I found that I needed to get to the final mission without using up any lives.
Yeah.
And that was the trick, that once you got to the final mission, I was okay with burning through credits. Trying to play the game 2-player, I think you end up sharing credits.
Yes.
So it didn't actually make the game that much easier.
You had the same amount of enemies on screen, just two people
to do it.
Higher risk of losing lives.
Never found that strategy worked. It was always easier just to solo it, because you could balance and juggle the enemies quite effectively. So, you know, I would have included Golden Axe and Streets of Rage on this list, but those are all ones that we've covered in previous Gaming Fridays.
Yeah, and like I said, this is just in the same vein. I remember playing this. I get so far, and then I just kind of want to play Streets of Rage, which I think is kind of harsh, because I should just get to the end of this.
Yeah, you end up on the mothership and trying to rescue as many civilians as you can.
Harder. I think they bought. There was one on the Game Boy, the Nintendo DS, Alien Storm.
Yeah,
and I think they may have remade it for the PS2. But it was nothing along the lines of this. It was, you know, not 2D side-scrolling. It was just kind of go around, open all these doors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of my face.
Well, that's going to be the end for this episode, and I know that there are so many more Sega Genesis classics that I would love to talk about, and we possibly will do in a future Gaming Friday. But for now, I just want to say thanks for watching. We'll be back next Friday with another video game. Of course, film reviews on Thursdays. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Patreon. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.
Take it easy. Oh, what the hell's that?
It's the first boss. I think it's weak at the back, but then it also fires lasers at the back as well.
I'm still fighting it. Oh, roll past. Oh,
there is a certain spot you can get to, right on its chin, actually. Get right to its chin.
I got to get close to it. Beat the shit out of me.
Kill it!
I'm trying to!
Shoot it!
Oh, right in his ass. God, I can't use my nuke. Die, motherfucker,
you can do it. Yeah.
Die!
Shoot them all, shoot them all. Get the power-ups.
Get the power-ups. That was not the first boss. Take it easy.